All right, 1 second, bro. What's good, big dog?
What's happening? What's happening?
Cool, bro. Cool, cool, cool.
I ain't doing
You
nothing,
on some
man.
beats? You on some beats?
Now I just got the girls together, man. Got the girls together. Trying to get them to sleep so I can mix on.
Nah, okay, 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 okay. Now, I guess we
Yep.
got to start out. Start off. We got to, the only, the only way to do it is to start, and then
Right, right.
yeah,
Was we on live
yeah, yeah. We live. Yeah, yeah, we
on
live.
YouTube?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But now, I guess I'll go ahead and ask you a question. What 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 pushed you towards like the music side of everything? Like I know you do a lot, but what pushed you towards the actual music? What was your
I wouldn't
inspiration?
say I wouldn't say it was a push, but more like born into it.
Mm-hmm.
On both sides, and I just picked it up and watching and listening to other people, and I just
Yeah.
took a liking to it. It came natural, and then just as time passed and time progressed, I found myself doing that more than doing anything else.
Okay. Okay. You have it. Who'd you listen to growing up? And I feel like
So
you mentioned
everybody,
somebody before, but I can't. Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
everybody, everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you? Who you?
Yeah. Everybody. Growing up, just like you,
Michael Jackson.
almost any. He was definitely one of them. But but now, I don't know. I listen to like almost anything for real.
Mm,
It's crazy because like when you listen to different genres, you always find something you like about every one of them. Whether it's like a
right.
song, whether it's like a song, or you know what I'm saying. Anything. It might just be an instrument inside the
Mm,
beat. You like it. I don't like the lyrics, but this beat though. You know what I'm
right.
saying? This beat is
Some
dope.
people, some people just like the beats, I mean, some people just like rap. Some people just like country. Some people just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
bluegrass, and then you got those like us who just like music. We love music,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely,
especially as a
definitely.
producer. I can listen to anything and get inspiration from a beat. Like I could just be riding in the car and bro, I put my left turn signal on and you know how I
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
I get an idea from a beat like
Yup, yup.
that.
So we got a machine at work, bro, and it sounds like I don't know, it just sounds like a some kind of bass line. I don't know, it just sounds like a bass line to me every time I hear it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah.
man. All right. I guess you want to kind of give your testimony on on how you became the man you is today.
Yeah, man. I'm still growing. I'm definitely still growing, but where I'm at today, I will say I'm a lot farther than where I came.
Yeah,
Um, Man, just a quick testimony about me, man. Just started off, man. First, my name Omar Scott, as y'all can see. I'm an artist. I'm a producer. I was born in Fairbanks, Alaska, but I was raised in Monroe, Alabama, from 3 years old till I say around 19, until I moved to Bowling Green, Kentucky, where I reside right now. Um, Man, I would say my childhood. I ain't gonna say I had the worst childhood, but I ain't gonna say I had the best childhood.
right.
And I had my good times and I had my bad times, but overall, I look back and kind of wish it was better.
Yeah, yeah,
But then on the same side of that coin, uh, other side of that coin, I look back and I don't regret nothing because everything that I've been through has molded and shaped me into who I become today and to who I'm becoming.
yeah, yeah, man.
Um, I was raised in Pineview, Alabama. Shout out to Pineview, Monroe, Alabama. And it's same as every other hood. All hoods are the same to me. We just have probably different dialects and slangs, but a hood is a
Uh,
hood. The project is a project. You know, but I grew up in the dirt roads and sticks, man. And this is how I experienced a lot of things. But one thing that kept us all together was music. Everybody wanted to rap. Everybody wanted to freestyle. But me, I wanted to make beats. I was the one making beats with my mouth while everybody freestyle to it, or making
Okay,
beats
okay,
on the
okay,
desk
okay.
while everybody freestyle to it. Uh, so man, music started with me at an early age.
Mm,
But let me tell you about the power of music. Music is very influential, and this is where my testimony starts. So if I didn't know nothing else in life, I knew music.
right, right,
If I couldn't do nothing else in life, if I wasn't good at nothing else in life, I knew I was good at making a beat and writing music.
right, right, right.
So much so that it ruled my life to the point that as I grew older and got into high school and out of high school, my influence, my environment was what? Gangster rap, selling dope, and crime. And I spoke that so much, knowing I came from a good home. You know what I'm saying? Got my mom and my dad, they raised me good.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of these other kids, mom and dad raised them good.
Right, right,
But I
right,
but what was cool at the time was rapping about robbing, selling dope, you know, womanizing with different women. So that's what
right,
I was
right,
doing. And I'm a firm believer in the Bible where it says, uh, there's life and death in the power of our tongue. Those who
right,
speak it will eat the fruit thereof. So
right.
you keep speaking that stuff, it eventually come into existence. Long
Mm-hmm.
story short, man, uh, I was speaking about that lifestyle so much that I found myself actually living that lifestyle.
Yeah.
I was actually robbing. Tried selling dope, but I ain't got patience.
Right.
So I ain't got patience with all that weighing up, all that stuff. But
Yeah.
so I got into robbing. But I ain't gonna say I had a long career robbing. I had two licks. The second lick is what took me down.
Mm.
Uh, and what I'm gonna tell y'all is something that nobody who knows me don't already know. And if you Google me, you probably could pick it up, pull it up in my records. So I went down because your boy robbed the armored truck,
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah.
Uh, and there's a lot of detail behind that. So I'm gonna spare the details just to, for time's sake. But out of that, I end up going to prison. And I remember when I was in court, the first day they offered me 45 years, 40 years at 80%. So you might well say that life. Anything past 10, 15, you might well say that's life. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but my co-defendant, he ended up having a paid lawyer. I said I had a public offender,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he ended up getting his charges dropped because he was incompetent to stand trial. So he say, what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't want to go out like that. So the court showed mercy on me by offering me 20 years at 20% or 10 years at 85%. Now, for those of you who don't understand this, in the state of Kentucky, if you get a sentence with 20%, that means you do 20% of that time before you go to see the parole board, or if you
Yeah.
do 85% like that, for those who don't understand. So I was in the courtroom and I was like, do a 20. They offered me 20 years at 20% or 10 years at 85. So I'm like, man, that 10 years at 85, I'm gonna have to do at least over 8 years flat.
Yeah.
Now with that 20 at 20, I'm gonna do 4 years, but and after 4 years, I can go see the parole board.
Right.
But what
Right.
if the parole board flop me and then for 2 years, and I go see them another 2 years, and they flop me again for like a year and a half. Then I go see them again, they flop me for a year. By the time they finish playing with me, I probably would have been dead 12, 14, 15 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't know which one to choose. So I called my mother, and well, I asked the lawyer, can I talk to my mother? And she came to the back uh, with tears in her eyes. It's the first time I've ever made my mom cry. So, that put me in a bad spot. But she told me to take the 20 years at 20%, and that she and we were going to pray that I came home at 4.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was in my incarceration when I found the relationship with Christ. When I was given the Bible, I was given some boxes, some thermos, and a Bible. And, that began my journey.
Yeah.
Even though I changed my way of thinking and changed my way of living, music still in me. So
Right.
all I did, instead of doing music for the world, I'm doing music for Christ, positive music to uplift for people. And that's my short testimony.
Okay. 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 You know,
I
I
think it
agree.
was short.
A lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? They
Mhm.
they don't know the background of where we came from and all that.
Right.
And look, just a little quick testimony about mine when I started. My first time going on probation, I was in high school, and it was for a fight. It was for a fight. I ain't even know people got on probation for school fights. You know what I'm saying? Because those happen daily.
You
And
did something. That was more than a fight, people. What
no,
you do?
no, it was bad, but yeah, it was pretty bad
Yeah.
when the sheriff that pressed charges, like the dude that I got into a fight with, he wasn't the one that pressed charges. It was actually the school sheriff that wasn't even there that day. He wasn't
Wow.
even there that day, and
Mm.
they he went back and looked at the cameras for some reason. I don't know why he would go back and do that, but he went back and looked at the cameras, and I'm thinking everything's all good, and then maybe a week later we get a letter in the mail telling me I got a court date.
Mm.
And it was for that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm the only one that got to go to court. The other guy don't have to go to court. None of that. It's just me and the sheriff. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And black sheriff. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? That's what's crazy about it. But they put me on probation for I want to say a year. I think I got
Mm-hmm.
off my senior year or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Did that. Didn't get in no more trouble or whatever. All right. My senior year come. I'm playing sports. Football, basketball, whatever. And I'm not getting any real like none of the offers, scholarship offers I wanted. They never came. So
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying. I got kind of down about that. I'm like, I'm not trying to go to this small. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to send me to Indiana. I'm not trying to go to this school. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go somewhere where it's big and hot. Maybe I could see the sun all the time. It didn't go that way. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a year off of sports. Keep working out and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Stay in contact with some of these colleges. And a college did run me back that was in Texas, and I didn't know it until after. That's the school that Cam Newton, the junior college Cam Newton went to before he went to
Wow.
Auburn. So you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. The year that he was leaving would have been the year I was coming in.
Wow.
You
I
know what
didn't
I'm
know
saying?
that.
But I didn't know. I didn't know. I looked at the film like their stadium is smaller than my high school stadium. You know what I'm saying? But not
Mhm.
knowing, what I'm saying, not knowing who they actually got on the team, none of that. All I knew is this is in Texas. I might as well stay here if I'm gonna go to a school like it. So by me not taking any of the offers, I feel like God was like, well, I gave you some opportunities you didn't want.
Right.
Go ahead and do it your way. Let's see what happens. Ended up getting arrested for my first time. It was July 28th, 2010. I got arrested for trafficking marijuana. For marijuana, it was a misdemeanor, but they still locked me up for it. They gave me probation for 2 years for that. Okay, did the 2 years, Omar. Did the 2 years. You know what I'm saying? This is
Mm-hmm.
2012 now. I'm hype. I'm like, yeah, I'm on probation. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good. I didn't, ended up catching my first felony right after getting off probation for the misdemeanor.
Wow.
And what they had labeled me was a porch pirate. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what that. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people do know. It's
Mm.
when you follow like maybe UPS, Amazon, whoever. You
Gotcha.
either go ahead and grab something out the truck, or you wait till they put it on the porch and take it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
And that's what let me see, we did that for a while. You know what I'm saying? They got it documented. I didn't even know like that was building a case on me the whole time. Like you know what
Mm.
I'm saying? By the time they had caught me, they had like maybe 10 pictures of me at different locations. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Started
all they
started your gallery of mug shots.
yeah, they did. They did. And they never knew my name until the last one we did when the lady was at home and she had got the license plate of the car I was in with my co-defendant or whatever. And the sheriff had called his phone while we are leaving, and like the package I had got, I had no idea that it was $5,000 worth of prescription pills. Because to me, I'm like, what is this? These look like vitamins. So you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I threw them out the window. I'm like, man, we can't do nothing with this. Just thinking young and dumb. And the sheriff calls his phone and is like, hey, can I meet and talk with you? And I'm like, oh no, let me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not riding. So he goes to talk to the sheriff or whatever. They talk for about maybe 2 hours. I'm thinking they done locked him up because I ain't hearing nothing from him. And he finally calls me back. He's like, bro, I'm so scared. He was like, but I think we good. We good. We good. I was like, all right, love, meet me, over at the water park or whatever. We'll talk about it. We meet up. I'm with the guy that I get. Listen to this. This is what's crazy. This is how funny God is. The guy that picked me up from him dropping me off is the guy that I got into a fight with in high school.
Wow.
So he picks me. He
Talk
picks
about
me up,
full circle.
bro. I'm telling you, and he picked me up, and we gonna meet. My co-defendant at the water park. He's like, yeah, man. I was like, I'm asking him, like, what they say? What did they, what I'm saying? What's going on? He's like, man, I think we're good. They were just asking me, what your name was. I was like, did you tell him? He told me no. Okay, so we like, okay, let's just ride around, you know what I'm saying? Clear our minds, you know what that means.
Hmm.
And instead of going the route that we normally take to get on, vets from the water park area, we go the back way towards my house. And I'm already like, why are we riding through the neighborhood instead of going here and getting on vets? Oh, one. By the time I made to the stop sign in front of my house, about 7 to 8 sheriffs surrounded the car, bro.
Hmm.
They didn't say nothing. They got out the car, calm. My friend not even looking scared. You know what I'm saying? He's not even. He has no reaction at all, other than my homie in the back, the one that picked me up. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Oh, what's going on?" You know what I'm saying? They walk up to the car. They said, "Which one of y'all is Kevon?" That's
Hmm.
all they ask. And I'm sitting there. All I can do is just look at my co-defendant like, really,
Yeah.
really, really. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. I was like, yeah, it's me. They take me downtown, do the interrogation thing. The whole time I'm in there, I'm trying to keep him out of it because they're like, he's the bad apple. You know what I'm saying? Tell us, you know what I'm saying, that, he was the mastermind behind it. The whole time I'm keeping him out of it, not knowing that he done told them everything about me.
Everything.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So I'm keeping him out of it. I'm like, he didn't even know I was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I told him to take me over here. He didn't even know what I was about to do. And then, you know what I'm saying, I meet a lot's happened, man. And I go through that whole little situation. They put me on probation for 5 years for that. I was happy, but I wasn't thankful. I
Hmm.
wasn't, I wasn't grateful. And 5 years later, they give me 5 years. I'm like, okay, get to that fifth year, Omar. Uh, a lot's going on. You know how I am with death. Family. I get a lot of deaths in my family. We went through a lot of deaths at the beginning of 2017. I'm going through it. I'm mad. I got cousins that's getting killed. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking everything but what I need to be thinking. And I ended up catching a gun charge. And what had happened was my dog had got loose. The neighbor had saw a cop and waved him down and was like, "Hey, can you go tell the owner that the dog is loose? They live right there." So the police comes to my house and knocks on the door. You know what I'm saying? I see it's the police, but I'm like, he must be here for somebody else because they don't even. This ain't even my address. I got like 2 months left on probation, and then I'm done no more. I was like, man, he ain't leaving. Let me go ahead and open this door. I'll open the door, walk outside. He's like, okay, your dog's down the street. The neighbors want, they want you to go get it because they think he's gonna bite one of the kids or something. He stays in my driveway. I walk all the way down the street, come back. I'm trying to walk past him. I'm like, oh, thank you for that, sir. He's like, I smell marijuana. I was like, I mean, yeah. I'm like, you probably smell it on me. He's like, nah. He said, that don't smell like a little bit. It smells like a lot. I was like, nah, I'm afraid not, sir. He runs my name. He's like, oh, you're probation. So I can search whenever I want to.
Ah.
They gave him permission to search. searched the house. You know, he tore it up. He's looking for, marijuana the whole time. He find he finds one of my targets where I had went to the gun range, and he's like, "Whose is this?" Like I know for a fact. I'm like, I'm in my sister's house, but I live with my sister. I'm like, man, because I already know the gun that I got. It's not registered. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they got to find that. I was like, it's mine. He's like, where's the gun at? I was like, ain't no gun. Omar, he tears the room up, finds a clip. He finds a small clip, and he's tearing the room up. Don't find the gun. Goes in the living room. We talk a little bit. Here comes the second officer. He goes back in the room. Look, because when he was outside, my first thought was, okay, I need to put the gun in the clothes hamper. I put the gun inside the clothes basket. The second time I don't know what made him do that. The second time he went in there, he turned the clothes thing over. Oh my goodness, the gun fell out. But I had two guns. He found two of my guns. And he was like, well, this one's broke, so I really can't do nothing. You can't use this one, so we're really not gonna, you know what I'm saying? But the 9 millimeter is the one that they was really pressing for. But glory to God that it didn't come back stolen.
Mhm.
So they just charged me with a possession of a firearm by convicted felon, and that's what I'm dealing with now. I got 2 years. My next testimony ain't gonna be nothing like that. My next testimony gonna be
Right,
like,
right.
I got over it now. I'm done with it. But
Man, bro,
that's
your testimony, like if you was to continue to give your testimony, we'll probably run out of time and get kicked off, bro,
yeah,
because you you
yeah,
you told all the bad, but they don't know all the good. I know because I've been with you,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, since we
yeah.
started Grace Game.
Oh yeah,
All the good you have done and the changes you have made since then. So we
yeah.
definitely have to come back on live and give it another
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta
part
give them
two.
the dirt first before you can show them.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But yeah, man. I think this is me and Omar's first live. For those of y'all watching, we
Yeah, yeah.
plan on doing this maybe like once a week. You know what I'm saying? And inviting guests on to share their testimony.
Most
Someone that
definitely.
has similar situations. You know what I'm saying? You might want to share with everybody. We're not trying to you know build a big platform or anything like that. This is just it's for the real saints. Like you know what I'm saying? We're here for a purpose. We all trying to get to the same place. So
Mhm.
yeah, man. Appreciate y'all watching, Omar. I appreciate you taking time. I hear my nieces back there. I
Yeah,
heard they
yeah.
saying, I got 3 months. I'm gonna be joining the club. But yeah, I
It's
appreciate you though, big dog, man.
no problem,
Appreciate you
man.
coming on here, man. Trying this with me, man. Let's see where we can go with it, man.
Oh man, put it in his hand, it can go far.
You know that. You know that. All right, man. I appreciate you, bro. You stay blessed though.
You too. All right, bro.
All right, bro. Yup.